Ready to break down another thrilling match?
Absolutely. I'm excited for this one.
Perfect, because today we're diving headfirst into an absolute run fest. It's the Sunrisers Hyderabad squaring off against the Rajasthan Royals from Sunday, March 23rd. This one went down in Hyderabad, a place known for high scores, and let me tell you, it did not disappoint.
So for everyone out there who wants the full story, the juicy bits, but without getting bogged down in all the little details, that's what we're here for.
Right.
We've combed through the match reports.
We're here to give you that clear picture. Like, how did this IPL 2025 opener actually go down? Were there any standout performances? And what does this result mean for both SRH and RR as they kick off their campaigns? But first things first, let's get that scoreboard up.
Definitely.
Sunrisers Hyderabad, they put up a huge total, 286 runs for 6 wickets.
Wow.
Rajasthan Royals, though, they fought hard. They ended up at 242 for 6. That gives us a pretty convincing 44-run victory for the home side.
Right off the bat, what jumps out at me, over 500 runs in a single T20 match. That's a testament to the kind of batting talent we saw out there, and maybe even tells us a bit about the conditions in Hyderabad.
Very sure.
So let's break down that SRH innings. How did they rack up such a massive score?
Well, they were shot out of a cannon. Abhishek Sharma and Travis Head, the opening pair, put together a quick 45-run partnership. Sharma, especially, he was on fire. 24 runs off just 11 balls with 5 boundaries. You know, that kind of early aggression really sets the tone, puts the pressure right on the other team.
100%. That early momentum in T20 is so crucial. Rajasthan Royals were on the back foot right from the get-go. And what's really interesting is how that opening blast really laid the groundwork for what came next. Ishan Kishan. He absolutely stole the show with an unbeaten century. 106 runs off 45 deliveries, even smacked a 4 on the last ball. And it wasn't just the runs, it was the sheer pace, the dominance.
I bet it was exciting to see.
It was electric.
And it wasn't just those 3 guys at the top either. Nitish Reddy came in, a quick 30 off 15, and then Heinrich Klaassen kept the momentum going, 34 runs off only 14 balls. It felt like every batter was looking to just pile on the runs. So what's the message here? What's SRH's batting strategy going to be for this season?
I think the message is loud and clear. They want to be aggressive, just constantly put pressure on the bowlers. If you've got multiple guys who can score at that kind of rate, it's a nightmare for any bowling team. And if we zoom out a bit, this kind of aggressive batting, sure, it's risky, but it can change the game in T20 cricket, especially on a pitch that favors the batsman.
Makes sense.
Now, for Rajasthan Royals, Tushar Deshpande, he did some damage control. He took 3 wickets. Mahesh Theekshana got 2, and Sandeep Sharma snagged 1. But at the end of the day, giving up 286 runs, well, it shows they couldn't really stop the flow of runs.
No doubt about it. 287, that's a mountain to climb. How did Rajasthan approach such a tough chase? We did see some really strong performances from them.
Yeah, there were some bright spots for sure.
Dhruv Jurel had a fantastic game, 70 runs off 35 balls. And their captain, Sanju Samson, he put up a solid 66 off 37. Those are really important knocks under that kind of pressure.
Huge knocks. To get half centuries chasing that many runs, you need skill and you need mental toughness. Plus, we saw some big hits towards the end from Shubham Dubey and Simran Hetmeyer. They clearly weren't giving up easily. Makes you wonder, though, what if their top order had gotten off to a similar explosive start? Could they have really put the pressure back on SRH?
It's an interesting thought, but ultimately they couldn't quite catch up to SRH's total. We look at the Hyderabad bowling. Simarjeet Singh and Harshal Patel each got 2 wickets. Mohammad Shami and Adam Zampa each grabbed 1. Seems like they were able to break up key partnerships at just the right moments. Any specific parts of that RR innings where the chase went off track?
Well, the part that really stands out is right after Yashasvi Jaiswal and Ryan Parag got out. Losing 2 settled batsmen like that in quick succession, it can really derail a chase, especially one this big. Samson and Jurel, they built a good partnership, but that required run rate kept climbing. And the key wickets that the SRH bowlers got, especially when Samson and Jurel were starting to look dangerous, those were crucial moments that turned the game in favor of Hyderabad.
I see what you mean.
And then later on, when Hetmeyer got out trying to push the scoring, well, that pretty much slammed the door shut on any chance of a miracle comeback.
So all in all, what does this big win mean for Sunrisers Hyderabad as they kick off their IPL 2025 season?
This is a statement win. To win by this much in your first game, especially on your home turf, that injects a ton of confidence. It proves that their aggressive batting approach can work. It sends a message to the rest of the league, watch out for this team. And if you think back to the pre-match talk, everyone knows Hyderabad is a high-scoring ground. With guys like Head, Sharma, and Keyshawn in their lineup, everyone expected fireworks, and boy did they deliver.
And how about the Rajasthan Royals? They had a tough loss, but they did have those strong individual performances. What are some of the key things they might be looking to work on after this game? Plus, we know Ryan Parag was leading the team in this match, with Sanju Samson potentially having some fielding restrictions because of a finger injury. How do you think that affected their strategy?
That's an important point. Samson did play, and he scored well, but the captaincy situation adds another layer to it. Losing your first match by that much definitely forces you to reevaluate. Maybe they'll look at their bowling strategies, how to better handle those aggressive opening batsmen, and prevent those partnerships from running away with the game. And the leadership angle, with Parag at the helm, that's something to keep an eye on too. How does he learn from this, adapt, especially after a tough loss? That'll be key for their season. It really begs the question, how quickly can Rajasthan Royals learn from this and adjust their game plan for their next match? Okay, so let's sum it all up. What are the main takeaways from this exciting encounter? The biggest takeaway for me is just how dominant the Sunrisers Hyderabad batting was. Ishan Kishan's century. That was the star performance, no doubt. But it was the aggressive intent from that whole top order that really set the stage. A stage Rajasthan Royals just couldn't match. That constant pressure on the bowlers, that's what won them the game.
And even though Dhruv Jurel and Sanju Samson put in a great effort, the target set by SRH was just too much in the end. They couldn't consistently build partnerships, and the pressure from the SRH bowlers at those key moments, that sealed the deal.
What really made this match so exciting was all the runs, that fearless attitude from both sides. Even in the loss, Rajasthan showed they have the batting power to fight back. It wasn't a lack of effort. It was just that SRH's batting was outstanding.
So we saw some serious firepower from Sunrisers Hyderabad and Rajasthan Royals. They showed real grit, even with that massive target. It makes you wonder, was this just a taste of what's to come in IPL 2025? Are we in for a season with even more runs, even more explosive batting than ever before? It's a question worth thinking about as the tournament moves forward.
Absolutely. This first match has definitely set a high bar. It's going to be an electrifying IPL season.
Definitely looks like it. We'll be back to break down more of the action as the tournament heats up. Until then, keep those bats swinging and those scores high.
See you next time.
See you later.